Welcome to the Press Avenue YouTube channel. My name is John, and we create WordPress tutorials that everyone can use. Today we're going to be looking at something called LocalWP, which allows you to use WordPress on your own computer, where you can either learn how to use WordPress, try something new, try something, maybe you want to just test something out. I've done that plenty of times with different plugins. See what works, see what doesn't work, move on or keep it, anything you want. But Local lets you create sites, destroy sites, and make new sites very quickly. I'm going to walk you through how to do that. So let's head over to localwp.com, and I'll go to the home page just to show you a little bit about what they say they do. LocalWP is owned by WP Engine, which is a hosting company. It's actually a hosting company that I use and recommend to people as well. So they have different options up here. Flywheel is another popular hosting company also owned by WP Engine, and this allows you to connect to those services. But keep in mind, even though it says different things like that, you don't need to be a customer at all of either of those, and you can still create WordPress websites on your own computer. So just a couple things that they do. It's an automatic installation. There are advanced features for developing, but you don't have to be a developer to use this. One-click admin I really like. You click a button, it logs you into the back end of the website. Don't have to remember a username or password, and just makes it very quick. Let's see, other features that they say they have are you can build it really fast, which is definitely true. You can back up to the cloud like Google Drive or just whatever computer backup you have, but you don't necessarily have to do that. You can optimize images. Again, you can connect to Flywheel or WP Engine, but like I said, you don't have to do that. I appreciate this a lot. You can hot swap environments. So not every host has the latest version of PHP. You can go back to say 7.3.5. You can do Nginx. You can change the versions. It's actually really nice. I've run into this where I have clients or new clients with very old versions of PHP. So on this, I can switch it ahead to a new version and see if their site works or if it's going to break or not. All right, so let's dive into it. To get it, simply click download, fill this form out. They have Intel, Mac, and Apple Silicon. They also have Windows and then Linux, etc. I won't go into how to install it because it's different for every computer. I have a Mac, like I said, and you simply just drag it into the applications. Once it's installed, you'll have a window like this. So I'll go ahead and shrink this down so you can see it. You can see I have a lot of local sites here. You can log in to Local, and there's preferences. The preferences are, the theme. Do I want light? Do I want dark? Etc. I'll just leave it. What terminal app you use if you use something different. What browser you want this to launch in, so if you again use something different. And then there's some defaults, exporting advanced, etc. If you want more information on that, do let me know in the comments and I can clarify as well. On the left-hand side, we have our local sites, our connect to a platform, which we're not going to do. Blueprints, I have used this in the past, but I don't currently have any now. You can have a site with, say, plugins that you always use. For example, I always use Gravity Forms, so I can have it have a blueprint where it always has Gravity Forms installed when I create a new site. Add-ons, once upon a time I think these used to be paid, but now they're all free. So these are all the extensions that are added. When you install it, you can get additional ones, of course, and create your own. And then there's help docs, community forums, and social as well. So let's get into the sites. Go ahead and hit the plus icon at the bottom left of the local app. And you can do a blueprint or create a new site or drag an existing zip file of a site into here. And again, you can migrate and do all sorts of things, but we're going to start with a new site. We're going to name it Press Avenue YouTube site. And then there's also advanced options. So this will be your local domain name, and this is where it's going to live. And you can change those things by clicking Browse or changing this right here, but I'm going to leave it as is and hit Continue. Preferred right now is PHP 8.2.27, and that's as of September 2025. They're using Nginx MySQL version 8035. If you want something different, you can come in here and change it. So the little green arrow means we're going to download that version of PHP. So if there's a particular one you want, you can select it there. Web server, you can do Nginx or Apache. And then database, you can choose, again, a different version. And you can go way back to MySQL 5 and see how bad things are. So I'm just going to leave it on preferred, and we'll hit continue. Username, I'll do admin, and then your email address, and then preferred language. And there's a whole bunch to choose from. Actually, quite a bit more than I remember looking at last time. And then lastly, multi-site. Do you want this to be a multi-site WordPress install? And you can click yes, subdirectory or subdomain, but we're going to leave it at no and hit add. Now it's going to provision it. What it's doing is in the background, it's installing, needs a password. It's installing the web server, Nginx or Apache, whatever you selected, the PHP version, the database, etc., and it's done. So you don't have to worry about having another program like WAMP or MAMP or something else installing that. It's done it all for me. And you'll see here we have our Press Avenue YouTube site at the very top. Green means it's running, and you see I can hover over it and it turns red to stop it. I can also stop it on the top right. All these other sites that I have in here, I have not started, and that's, you can see it here. I can hit the play button. Really quick, site folder. If I click that, it brings me to the site folder itself. And you can see if I go to app and then public, this is the typical WordPress files that you see when you go FTP into a hosting platform. Here are my plugins. I don't have any. Themes, 2025, 4.3, etc. So if I delete these, they won't be in the site itself. So here are the site files. You can go into the shell and then VS Code as well, which is kind of outside of this tutorial. But if you want more information on that, let me know. Here's the overview here. And then let's see, 8.4. Let's see, I can hit apply. So I'll change the PHP version right now and just show you how easy it is. One-click admin, I always turn this on, and you select the admin user if you have more than one. And then as for a real site, I would never use admin username and admin password. I don't recommend that, but on your local machine, it's no problem. Database, admin neo brings you into it if you want to see the database itself. And then these are the tools that are running or not running, and then you can log in to use those. So what I'm going to do is go to one-click admin, and I'll click WP admin, and it opened to the wrong screen, so I'll bring it on over here. And there it is, our fresh new WordPress website. This is vanilla stock as it comes. So it allows you to then dive into WordPress, installing different plugins and themes as needed without ever having to sign up for hosting or pay for anything. You already have a machine. That's probably how you're watching this. Maybe you're watching it on your phone, but you do need a computer. And your Windows or Apple machine or Linux, you can install local and have a website immediately. Well, that's it for this. If you have any questions, please do let us know in the comments below. If you want clarification with anything to do with the LocalWP app for your computer, also let us know as well. A thumbs up and a subscribe would be very much appreciated, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you so much.